traveling to Nepal. Initiating match.
Perfect. Welcome everyone. We have a good map here, or a good match here between Power Naps and Ghost Peppers. I'm here with my co-caster Empress, who's going to be doing the color commentary and analysis for me while I do play-by-play. Empress, are you excited about this match?
I am so excited. I am really interested to see some of the new players that are going to be introduced and the comps that they're going to run. So on Nepal, we're going to start it off. Um, so I have not seen Koyaza play yet, but oh wow, they completely dodged my expectations. I was expecting Power Naps to run a pharmacy with the addition of Koyaza, who I thought was a Mercy specialist, and Rich Hobo put in instead of Quig, and because I know he does play a fair bit of the Pharah. But yeah, that is very interesting to find my expectations there.
Instead, we have Goats comps on both sides. We do have the Anna on the side of Ghost Peppers versus the Moira, the more traditional Goats, on the side of Power Naps. So we might see what's sort of the interplay between these two comps as they're coming out of spawn.
You have you have a lot of healing versus the sort of the biotic nade, which also produces a lot of healing, but the anti-potential is huge. So let's see how this plays out.
So we have the initial engage here as bubbles coming out from both sides. Both teams are going to engage with this Reinhardt v Reinhardt. ACB taken very low and taken out by Michael as we have an advantage going this side. A huge Earth Shatter built up by Chaos in the first 30 seconds is going to mean that they can easily clean up this fight, and they're just going to stagger the rest of the members of Power Naps.
Oh my goodness, and you see how just crucial keeping your Rhine up is to a comp like this. Your Rhine is pretty much your everything, so anything you can do to support him, whether you have to use a support ult or anything like that, is pretty much like GG if you can support your Rhine and keep him alive, because Chaos just got that fat shatter, enabling his team to take the point, and look at that ult economy there. And you have Power Nap switching to the more traditional 2-2-2.
And we see the pharmacy that you mentioned before with Richobo going over to that Pharah, and he's going to be covering the shots onto the point right now. Diagonate from the side of Ghost Peppers comes out live. ACB is really low again, uses the Earth Shatter but can take it down immediately. You're going to see the Ghost Peppers get really aggressive on this as they go and engage with the rest of the team. Pink Central falls as the follow-up kills. They really want this pharmacy. Lieutenant Doge just decides to reset, and that's going to be a clean fight win for Ghost Peppers.
Reaper's death cry was also really hilariously long there. Ah! Sorry, I just thought I'd point that out. Rich Hobo already has his ult right now. That is actually just... that's pretty awesome. But are they going to be able to capitalize off of it? And hopefully ACP won't be the first to die here?
Absolutely. We have an early grab come up from Ghost Peppers here. It doesn't look like there's a ton of follow-up, but the Lucio gets taken down as well as the Zarya. ACP gets a return kill onto Jackson, and Gasroll's going to take out ACP, so this should be an easy hold for Ghost Peppers.
I just don't think there's enough healing on the side of Power Naps to sustain two tanks with the pharmacy up in the air. Because, I mean, with the Mercy at 64, coming up to 65% ult charge right now, that means she's basically not healing her tanks up very much. She would be probably half Valk if she had done that, but I don't know.
Absolutely, that's the cost of having that barrage so early. The Diva Bomb comes up on the side of Ghost Peppers, doesn't get anyone. Oh, Rich Hobo follows up on that and takes out the Diva while she's out of mech. They have an early sound barrier from both sides, using sound bars. ACB is going to drop the Earth Shatter. Rich Hobo, the barrage, his Chaos, it goes low, but manages to get out in time. H2O is going to take out Lieutenant Doge on that Reaper, as the good members of Ghost Peppers are very low, but Power Naps should have the advantage over them at this point. Chaos is going to take out Neke, however, and a huge anti-nade hits both the tanks, and ACB is going to fall quickly after that. The nano boost onto... oh, and Lieutenant Doge pops his ult on the middle of the point and manages to find Mercurian before the rest of it gets to Matrix out, and Richobo's going to clean up many of these kills. And late Zarya grab comes out, but that was wholly unnecessary as Power Naps is going to take control at this point for the first time.
They 100% should have held on to that grab. 100%. I think that was a little optimistic. I think I only saw the Reaper in there. And so in that previous fight, Meek of Power Naps used his sound barrier. Koyaza is coming up, well, it's over 50% on another Valk. But they did use the sound barrier on the other side as well. Um, I don't know. I think a grab barrage is what's going to be needed here on this side, but let's see if they can win out.
Yeah, we also have the Earth Shatter going from Chaos. He's going to try and use that early and aggressively. That looks like, oh, the grab comes out as well as the Earth Shatter. No barrage call up. Here it comes. The grab was eaten by Gas Roll, but Rich Hobo's still going to find some value off of that before getting out by Jackson. Chaos is going to take it out of his counterpart in ACB, as well as the Mercy with that Snipe Earth Shatter, or Fire Strike, and Chaos just exerting dominance over this point. That should be an easy first map for Ghost Peppers.
King Central tries to make it to point, but is whiplashed on by the Brig. Oh, this poor hamster.
Absolutely.
All right.
So we did see the Pharmacy come out. What were your thoughts on that running to that Goats composition?
I really thought that that was what they were going to initiate with. In that particular map, it works really, really well because once the Pharah just, you know, she can kind of dip in and out of cover to shoot rockets, and you saw Rich Hobo basically get all in one fight, but there simply just is not enough healing for the tanks on point because the Pharah, like the Mercy was just glued to the Pharah. So like it was very, very rare for her to peel off of her. I think I saw the Zarya was like at low for about 5 seconds before she got healed up, legitimately. So I don't know, the Ana on the other side is just getting a lot of value in my opinion.
Definitely. We now have the bunker comps coming out from both sides on the Sanctum. So we'll have to see if the Junkrat from Rich Hobo is going to get as much value as the Ash from the side of Michael, or on by Michael. We're going to have early take by Ghost Peppers as they set up on point with the Power Naps going through the connector there. Mickey is looking for a boop. The pull doesn't find anyone, neither does the hook from Gas Roll. You have Lieutenant Doge poking on the side, trying to find Jackson. Chaos is going to take an aggressive position with the shield as well as ACB, but there's still no... Gas Roll is going to take out Lieutenant Doge, and Rich Hobo is going to return with kill onto Chaos. So losing that Orisa shield is going to be huge on this. An early coalescence comes from Koyaza to hopefully clean up this fight as Becky takes out Gas Roll. There's a Lucio stalling out the point, but he's going to go down, and we should see a retreat here from the side of Ghost Peppers.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually didn't know if that was gonna work because the whole entire team is huddled up in there. And it's probably a good thing that the other team wasn't running a Junkrat because, oh my goodness, the Junkrat would have just basically gotten so much value there. But the early coalescence pretty much sealed the deal. And let's see if Rich Hobo is gonna get any value off this Riptire here.
They have an interesting position here coming from the side of Ghost Peppers as they're trying to take this position on the gap, which could lead to some hooks on either side or some pulls. It looks like they're thinking better of it now, though. They're backing out. Rich Hobo's still holding onto that tire and just sort of content to spamming them out for now. Lieutenant Doge is isolated here, might get caught out, but he looks like he's going to be able to get back to the rest of his team. Jackson's going to use an early Dragon to split the members of the Power Naps, and Lieutenant Doge is split off. BK's looking for the moves. Jackson's going to take out his counterpart Hanzo, and Rich Hobo's going to use that tire, but is going to fall to H2O and not get any value whatsoever out of that tire. And with the tanks holding on the point here, a coalescence comes up from Koyaza, and a Bob from Michael is going to ensure that this fight goes over the side of Ghost Peppers.
I'm a little baffled. Like, so I figured that Jackson was gonna use the Hanzo ult to start off the fight. Like, that's what I would have done, right? To separate the team,
yep.
To create a distraction, enable the team to move in. But I really thought Rich Hobo was going to ult first, just to get an early pickoff. Early pickoff, even down 1, it means a 1 fight for Power Nap. So man, that Riptire I think is just, it was a little too late and didn't get any value because unfortunately he got bopped off before he could actually use it. But they're trying the same strat again, yep.
They're going down through Connector now and poking out. Chaos rotates to Power Nap's side, actually. And Jackson gets an early pickoff on Koyaza. That's huge. They're not going to have that. And uses the Dragons. Sound Barrier comes out in response from Meke. And it's going to... Rich Hobo's going to be taken down very low. It should fall to the Dynamite here. And Jackson's going to take out Doge. Chaos with a kill on King Central. And this should be Ghost Peppers holding on to this point once again.
That went very, very well for the side of Ghost Peppers. I think that Jackson like that was a very, very smart dragons as they were sort of either forced to retreat into the cubby to not take damage from the dragons or basically move out to the whole entire team to also not take damage from the dragons. So the dragons just diagonally split the whole entire team, and Koya's going down that fight early was also fortunately meant the end.
Oh, a huge
Oh!
pick as Pink Central gets pulled in by the ball and chain combo. Jackson's going to take out Koya's again. That's a huge pick again coming up from Jackson. Chaos is going to take down his counterpart. Lieutenant Doge does get a return kill on Michael, but this should be an easy cleanup for Ghost Peppers.
It does look like that they do have bongos and they do have whole hogs, so that is probably what we're going to be seeing, although it is getting dangerously close to the 99%. So let's see. Oh,
Jackson
yeah,
with an
probably
early
not.
pick again, and Gas Roll pops his ult and takes them down and zones them out, and that's going to be the first map going the way of Ghost Peppers.
I can't say I'm surprised. I think that the DPS got a little bit outplayed, and unfortunately, their main kills going down first every single fight just did not bode well for Ghost Peppers.
Absolutely, with just that Lucio, there's not going to be
Sorry,
nearly
Power
enough
Naps,
sustain.
not
Yeah.
Ghost Peppers. Power Naps. That's my bad.
Yeah, I mean, so Ghost Peppers is high up in the standings. They're undefeated so far, and Power Naps is kind of middle of the pack. But Power Naps has been able to play teams very close. I mean, they've had several 3-2s on either side. So I'm hoping that they can come back for the next map, which is
I
going to be
100%
Route
believe they will
66.
come back in the next map. I believe in you guys, always. I've seen
Absolutely.
ACB and like Pink Central. I've seen all of you guys pop off, and I 100% believe.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it really comes down to the DPS. You know, the Jackson was definitely doing a lot of work that second map there. I mean, they were running the goats the first map, so there's no DPS to speak of per se, other than Chaos, who was doing work as he usually does. Um, but yeah, so next map I believe is going to be Route 66. What are we going to expect for this one? Do you think?
Torb, 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 Torb.
We
Probably
might see
not.
Torb. There might be
Probably not.
a pirate ship like we tried last night.
You think so?
I don't know. I can only.
Pirate ship was just because we
It
just
was so
needed to
close.
get a very short distance. So
Yeah, and with Rich Hobo coming out for Quig, I don't think they're going to do the pirate ship. I think Rich Hobo's their usual Bastion player. But Quig does have a very scary Hanzo.
Quig's Hanzo is actually pretty OP, man. I have seen it. Because before I remember Quig was I saw him play like a lot of supports, but then I guess they got some more supports, and so Quig was able to play his main, right, which I guess is DPS, and he is pretty scary at it. So I am really really interested to see if he can go toe to toe with Jackson over here. Um, and yeah, I just want to see how that pans out. But who knows what they're going to be running? Definitely a shield of some sort. I wouldn't be surprised. But the first point is also like with the high grounds, like it favors, having like dive tanks. So on the defense, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I do think that some sort of shield would probably be beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen a lot of Reinhardt from ACP. I haven't seen a ton of Winston, I don't think. So it'll be interesting to see if they do offer that dive. Um,
Oh, you
and
know what? You're
likewise,
right. ACB does play the Orion and he plays the Orisa. It's Baked
yeah,
Chicken that plays the Orion and the Winston, if I remember correctly.
right. And likewise, I haven't seen a ton of Winston from Chaos. I mean, his Reinhardt is super good. But I think that his Winston will also be fairly pog, as we might say.
I'm actually surprised that Chaos didn't get play of the game when he got Shatter and just in the first like 30 seconds. That was crazy awesome. And
Absolutely.
kudos to the rest of his team for keeping him up because both Reinhardts got dangerously low at one point, but those Ana nades, man, I think they just really made all the difference in the world.
I think so as well, especially going into that Moira. I mean, she can't really do a ton of sustain if, she's just getting anti-nades all over the place. And, likewise with the Pharah, sort of negating that sort of any benefit that the Pharah had as well with that sustain. So we're going to see Power Naps on attack and Ghost Peppers on the defense. It looks like we might get a bunker comp again from the side of Ghost Peppers.
Well, they ran it really, really well, so I am not surprised. Both teams are running a diva, And let's see how either of the divas have, just adjusted or adapted their playstyle to the new. I don't want to say nerfs, but I'm just going to say changes.
I think it's a
Changes
nerf.
that
It's a direct nerf,
it is. It's a
right?
straight
Yeah.
nerf. Oh
Yeah.
God, Daddy Jeff, why?
Right, so we're gonna see a 2-2-2 come up from the side of Power Naps here, with a dive comp, with Quig on his signature Hanzo and Lieutenant Doge on the Tracer here. So they're gonna be posturing on this high ground here as the triple tank setup from Ghost Peppers. This bunker is set up.
Did that
with,
Sonic arrow go wide?
I didn't even see it.
It went to like the. Okay. Anyways, it was like on the rocks.
So Quig gets early picking
Quig!
Recurian, as ACB dives up onto the top of high ground trying to chase out Michael and the Widow. Quig is going to take out Chaos as well, really popping off on this first point. Jackson will get a return kill onto Pink Central's mech as well as Lieutenant Doge on that Tracer. But Quig is, takes out a third on this point, and this should be an easy push here for Power Naps.
Quig doing so much work. I'm telling you guys, this man's Hanzo is scary. Also, why don't you have dragons yet, Quig? Why? How could you not have dragons? You're like 4% off. I'm
precision
so
arrows.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm just kidding. But seriously, like, I'm telling you guys, Quig's Hanzo is scary. And with that, like, it just completely opened up the first
Chaos
one.
with the sleep isn't able to contest! Oh, the last second contest comes in as they brawl out on the point. Quig takes out Recurian and Chaos with the Dragon Strike plus Storm Arrows. Pink Central does take out Jackson as well, and Gasroll takes out one before losing his mech. Michael's on this point with Gasroll and H2O, but they're falling quickly as well here to Lieutenant Doge and Pink Central. And
Somebody kill the Lucio! Come
Lucio's
on, guys! Come
alive
on!
forever before finally falling to Quig, as we might expect. And Power Naps will take the first point.
I mean, I realize him dancing like that is like hypnotizing, but like, don't get entranced by the Lucio dance, man. Just focus him down. Contested stayed alive for way longer than necessary. But anyways, point one taken, job well done. You have the immediate switch to a brig by Jackson.
Counter maybe the Tracer.
I'm guessing.
We are going to get a little bit more sustain and sort of anti-dive as a result of that brig. Lieutenant Doge is going to be looking for a flank here onto Recurian, see if he gets one clip. He gets spotted out immediately and has to get out of there. Oh, but he goes back in. Brave Lieutenant Doge. Gasroll's in the middle of the Power Naps team, loses mech but pops ult. Michael's gonna pop the Deadeye as well, as the mech from Power Naps comes in and takes out both Michael and Jackson. Michael Jackson.
I love it.
And Quig goes low but does get the heals, and a good anti-nade comes out of the ACB, while also bolstering Chaos. He jumps in with a nano boost now onto the backline, gets anti however. H2O is going to take out Koyaza, but Chaos is going to pop that Primal Rage, take out Quig, and assert his dominance over this payload as Power Naps is going to back out to spawn.
But Pink Central got two! How did they lose that fight? I honestly think that if the, maybe not the trans, but I think if they nanoed their own monkey, or maybe even did trans, I don't think it necessarily wouldn't have been a waste here, because now they have to reset up and regroup. Maybe that's what they're going to open with, though. I want to see some dragons. Quig.
Absolutely. Quig has them at the ready. He's looking for a good angle, goes up on high ground. ACB is going to take high ground with Pink Central as well. ACB is going to get antied and taken very low, despite the trance coming out from Koyaza. Gasroll also gets antied. Michael takes out Lieutenant Doge on that flank, so that would be a nice advantage for Ghost Peppers. ACB jumps back into the court. Michael's going to take out Koyaza and Meke, making that a triple kill for him this fight. And Recurian is going to take out ACB, and Power Naps is going to back out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I really think if they've just popped like all support alts, maybe not all, but like if they popped the nano onto ACB that fight previously, not the last fight we just saw, I think they probably would have been able to win because, I mean, Michael Jackson got taken out by Pink Central. His bombs are pretty nutty, I'm not gonna lie.
And we now have more ults coming up on the side of Ghost Peppers with both Michael and Jackson and Gasroll all coming up on their ults. Power Naps is going to jump in here and we get the nano onto the monkey. He's going to take out Recurian, and Quig's going to pop that Dragons, and Gasroll gets demeched but pops ult as well. Michael's going to take out ACB. Gas Roll isn't able to get back in the mech courtesy of Quig, who takes him out, and Jackson's going to take care of Lieutenant Doge. This is still sort of an even fight here. It could go either way. Jackson's going to pop that that rally to take out Pink Central, and Michael with the flashbang kill and Koyaza and Chaos on to Meke means that Ghost Peppers are going to have another solid defense.
Man, every time I think a fight is gonna go the way of Power Naps, it just Ghost Peppers just turns it around. Can we just make Michael Jackson a thing? I really want to make Michael Jackson a thing.
I feel like they've already made Michael Jackson a thing on their
Probably,
team.
probably.
They have to have.
Making it official. I'm just gonna say Michael Jackson. Never know who I'm talking about. It could be Michael, it could be Jackson. Never know.
Absolutely.
All right, I like this interesting route that they're taking here.
Yeah, Chaos jumps in, probably looking for a nano from Mercurian here. He pops Primal Rage and he's the rest of the members back into point. Michael's going to pop that ult and get 2! And the Diva Bomb's going to come up from Pink Central, not going to find anyone. Chaos is going to take down Lieutenant Doge. And this should be just sort of easy cleanup once ACD's Primal Wind Monkey goes down as well.
Okay.
I think that was a really, really, really risky self-destruct. You have to know that Michael Jackson has Deadeye. Like, I think you just know it. But like the moment that he basically popped the bomb, Michael Jackson just went, it's high noon, and then 2 members of the team died. Because what defense do they have against that? You know, everybody could be around the Winston bubble, but like the moment it breaks, it's just your team is left alone. So. Yeah.
Yep. So we see ACB swapping over to this Reinhardt, and now they're taking a low ground approach. So there's going to be no ability test here. Quig uses an early dragon to split off, especially this Brig, so they might try and collapse on her, and they do. Jackson is taken down immediately. A beat comes out from H2O, which doesn't manage to save Jackson, but allows Michael to kill Lieutenant Doge. And a nano boost coming out onto ACB is going to allow him to swing freely on this point. Michael's going to take out Meke, however, but Koyaza also takes out Mercurian. Michael's going to take out Quig, and we have Power Naps actually establishing quite a firm presence on this point, and getting a lot of cart progress here at long last as they push
What
to
a
second.
big difference the Brig made. She got ult super fast, just doing, you know, good old Brig things. Right, just Brig things. Like it, and that completely made the difference for the team. Because like with Zen and Ana being dove upon and not able to sustain very much, it just kind of like once the healers are down.
Absolutely. We have this last minute contest here from Castrol, followed up by the rest of the team. Once the mech goes down, Lieutenant Doge pops Deadeye and gets 2 out of it. Michael's going to take a return kill onto Koyaza, but Lieutenant Doge and Quig are going to combine for 2 more. A late Earth Shatter just to finish off Chaos for good measure means that they should be able to get 0.2 here.
And just changing things up in your comp, like switching off the Winston, going Ryan, having that guaranteed shield against their high noon, I think, and of course having the Brig 100% makes such a huge difference. Such a huge
Absolutely,
difference.
yeah. Koyaza has been doing really well on that Brig, and I think ACB is much more comfortable with this Reinhardt pick. And we do see them taking space here as they push up. Chaos is going to get aggressive here at this corner. This is really where they want to hold, as both Reinhardts are... Chaos does get a flashbang. Oh, Quig goes low, but should be able to get out. Pink Central throws an aggressive bomb. Gets 3! Huge bomb from Pink Central, especially with the stuns onto Chaos, ensuring that he goes down as well. They're going to get all the space in the world here to push up as Ghost Peppers has to regroup.
That was beautifully executed. That was, oh my gosh, the stun and then, oh my goodness. I can't stop raving about just the excellent teamwork. So Michael Jackson was McCree Hanzo. They switched back to the Brig.
Yep, we have Koyaza popping an early rally here as they aggress onto Jackson here on this Brig. Chaos is going to go down early. There's a high noon behind as Michael doesn't find anything with that, and goes down very low. Lieutenant Doge is going to take him out. We have Chaos coming back to this fight. Jackson's alone here as Lieutenant Doge pops his own high noon. We have an Electric Cowboy, a stun onto Chaos, but Gasroll is there with the D-Matrix to make sure that none of those shots go through. Quig's going to pop the Dragons, taking out Jackson and H2O and Gasroll's mech. Lieutenant Doge is going to take out Chaos, and this should be a 3rd point capture for Power Naps.
I mean, the beautiful Earth Shatter as Quig Dragons, like that's just exceptional teamwork. I am really proud of them for switching, changing things up, maybe going to some comfort picks. I'm not really sure what like Uriel's main is. But I mean, I really think that once they switched things up, it made like it just enabled them to push.
Absolutely. It was looking very
Yeah,
dire before the switches came through.
it was. My advice, especially for just outlet teams, you don't have to run goats if you don't want to. Just play your comfort picks, know your team strengths, and I think that's basically what Power Naps did here, and it turned out beautifully. I mean, 1 minute to push from that last point to the final point is not a lot of time, and teams get notoriously stalled out here. And the fact that they were able to do it in a minute, like it opens up with the stun plus the ping central
Oh,
huge
that
diva
was so
bombs.
good.
Yeah, and then Koyaza just stunned the Rhine. It's just that was great teamwork. And then Rhine's Earth Shatter, like it just seemed like on
Things
the
were just
side
clicking
of
on that
yes,
final point.
yes, on the side of Ghost Peppers, unfortunately, I think they were getting a little frazzled because I think I saw Michael Jackson switch off to DPS and then back on the brink. So lost ult charge there, which I mean, admittedly wasn't very much at that point, but it's still lost ult charge, and time that you have to spend waiting for like full six to regroup and all that stuff. So
Absolutely.
we'll
And you
see.
did have Michael going on that long flank as McCree to try and get, a
Indeed.
cheeky high noon. It didn't quite pan out. If it had, it would have been huge, but, didn't manage to catch anyone. So we see the Ghost Peppers going back to the tried and true goats. And goats on both. Well, it's more the McCree goats on the side of Power.
McGhosts?
Goats. So we have both teams posturing around this corner here. Bubbles come out on the side of Ghost Peppers here, so ACD will get a little bit more aggressive. Chaos is actually going to take him down immediately with that first strike. And Pink Central is also going to fall very low. Koyoza is going to fall down without an escape, like the Diva did. And this should be an easy sort of steamroll here on first point for Ghost Peppers.
I think having a Zarya with your Reinhardt, it makes a lot of difference. Especially if you're able to cleanse those antis, just enabling your front line to live longer is always just, it enables so much. I mean, it allows your team to win the fight.
Absolutely. A huge anti-nade comes out from the side of Ghost
Both
Peppers.
sides, yeah.
Both sides. And Quig is going to take out H2O pretty much immediately. ACB is going to have a huge 5-man shatter, or 4-man shatter, and they should be able to clean up on this. Rokurian gets another big anti-nade, but there's not going to be a lot of follow-up for that one as Gasroll does connect. And this should be a stabilization for Power Naps.
Is Gasroll gonna get staggered? Gonna get staggered?
Is
All right,
Gasroll gonna
6
make it?
seconds. Oh, there we go. All right, so they have the Nano and they have the High Noon. Koyoza switched off the break in the last fight, probably just to make it to point quicker. Probably coming up on another Coalescence, both support ults coming online, and on the other side, you have the Rally. They have, they don't have the Diva Bomb yet. Yeah.
Oh, ACB with an aggressive charge takes out
Oh!
Jackson. And isn't going to get punished for that charge. Chaos gets the Nano boost. A huge slam comes out from Chaos, and Quig is on the high ground. It's going to take out 2 with the Deadeye. Chaos is going to take out Lieutenant Doge, however. Chaos is going to give it Shatter, taking out Gasroll's going to find one with the Diva Bomb there on Quig. Pink Central doesn't find anything of his own, but does manage to remech Gasroll with his remeching animation there, as just the supports and the Diva are trying to hold off this point. Meke is going to fall from Michael, and ACB is now back, but he's been antied. And this should be a fairly straightforward fight for Ghost Peppers here as Michael takes out ACB, Chaos takes out Koyoza, and Rokurian takes out Lieutenant Doge. So Ghost Peppers should be able to clean this up and move on through the first point once they actually find Meke and kill this pesky Lucio.
I don't know, the Lucio lived for so long on that last point, remember?
Absolutely. Meke continuing the tradition.
Did you see Meke just fly from the cliffs? Like, he just appeared from my vision. I'm just like, oh, there's Lucio on card. Where he just, like, apparated on the card. Okay.
We have a Pharah swap here coming up from Lieutenant Doge. What do you think of that pick here?
In all our games, I don't think I've seen Lieutenant Doge on the Pharah, but I'm interested in this. There is a sound barrier, and they still have the rally. So, yeah, I think they should be okay. They're like an unstoppable force, right? Like on the card, they're just gonna steamroll right through, and nobody's contesting.
Yep.
For
ACB is going
those
to go over
naps.
here and try. Meki is going to get a little bit of contest. ACB with a Shatter is going to take down Michael. Hiding from behind, Gasroll may be able to D-Matrix this. It looks like he's going to get the Mech instead, however, as Koyoza is going to use the Coalescence, but then get Earth Shattered by Chaos, taking down 2 in addition to Koyoza. Gasroll and is going to D-Mech Central. And with ACB falling earlier, this should be a fairly easy win for the Goats comp here, as Chaos chases down Koyoza.
Yeah, with how much damage, or sorry, how much HP Pharah has to burn through, it's a tall order for Pharah, man. I mean, I know that Lieutenant Doge already is coming up on a barrage, but like with the defense matrix, with all the shields in his face, it's gonna be hard to get value.
Meke gets in there just in the nick of time. A Diva Bomb comes out, doesn't find anything. The Lieutenant Doge is going to use the barrage, gets 3 before taking down.
Lieutenant Doge, I can eat my words! That was a beautiful barrage.
Absolutely. ACB is going to clean up Recurian, and the D-Mech of Gasroll means that Power Naps is going to stabilize on the second point.
They are coming up on, Michael Jackson's coming up with another rally and another grab, which they already have, which I imagine they're going to do the grab bomb combo. Rally in, do the grab bomb combo, I think is what I'll expect. ACB's gotta make that Shatter count, man. It's pretty much the only ult that his team has other than the High Noon. So basically Shatter plus High Noon. Let's see which ult is gonna win out in the end.
Absolutely. So Ghost Pepper's going to take the... Oh, that's a huge first pick by ACB. Quite the snipe on with the Fire Strike there. And Ghost Peppers looks a little lost here as they're deciding whether to back out or engage.
They need to... ACB can engage here. They're down their main healer, man.
Yep, so Chaos is going to rotate back. Really not much follow-up there from Power Naps. I thought they were going to, aggress there, but it was...
They were all holding Rotate back, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that barrage just building like it was like 50 something, 60 something, yep, they have it now.
Absolutely.
All right,
so Ghost Pepper is going to go straight to point underneath. ACB gets a huge Shatter. I thought Chaos blocked it, but he did not. There's a sound barrier in response from Ghost Peppers, and Chaos gets 2 with following that Earth Shatter. A Diva Bomb from Gasroll kills Koyoza, and Chaos cleans up. How did they manage to do that? That was amazing plays from the Lucio as well as the Reinhardt.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, H2O with the perfect barrier, I think.
It really, really was the perfect barrier, and it bought enough time for everything else for their team to rally together and then just like counter I'm sorry, I'm like speechless. I don't know how the Shatter High Noon didn't get any purchase there, but
yeah.
Well played indeed.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have some swaps over onto a more, I was going to say traditional Goats comp with Power Naps, but they have a Junkrat there as well. But they do have the Zarya now, which should help in the frontline battle. ACB is going to get aggressive. He gets that bubble, and a grab comes out from the side of Ghost Peppers here. There's not going to be a bomb follow-up for this, as Pink Central drops the bomb on the point. Not going to find anything. Michael finds ACB, however, but Koyoza finds H2O, taking down some of that sustain. Chaos is just going ham in the back line, trying to chase down that Moira. He's going to find the Diva mech, as well as the Moira eventually, and Jackson's going to clean up Pink Central, and they're going to get a little bit more push on this third point here.
I think that the Junkrat Riptire is going to have to find a lot of value here. You gotta use it now, Doge.
He uses it from the high ground here, drops down on a point.
Good.
He doesn't find anything though, but ACB does kill Chaos, and Meke takes down Jackson. ACB with a huge Shatter, taking down Michael and Recurian there, and the cleanup is there. So even though the tire didn't find much, ACB had Lieutenant Doge's back there.
Did everybody just tank it? Is that what happened?
It got
like
popped
tire?
on cart. I don't think there was any range. I think Lucio got out in time. Gasroll's gonna throw a bomb optimistically. Doesn't find anyone. Sound Barrier gets popped on the side of Power Naps. as they're trying to sustain on this point. Chaos with a big shatter as Gasrol takes down Lieutenant Doge and also gets nano boosted. ACB is so low, he can be sneezed on, and he does, so Michael takes him out. Quig is going to be taken out by Gasrol now as Ghost Peppers pops the beat to sustain through this fight. Jackson's going to take out Meke, and the grab comes out on the side of Ghost Peppers to lock down that pesky hamster. Lieutenant Doge should get a last-second contest here as Reaper, but isn't really going to be able to do much. Jackson with the hero stun onto ACB means that they're going to complete this with time spare.
No, I think it was overtime on both sides.
Was it? Okay. I thought it was close.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. 1 minute to 1 minute. So we'll see how far they can push it in overtime.
Oh man, this is
That's
they're toe on toe right now. Like just well played by both sides.
I mean, it really seems like the second point is sort of the sticking point for both of these offenses, right? So it'll be sort of a test of who can make it through first fast, I think. Both of these teams have shown very good first point attacks. And then who will get stalled out, sooner on second. Oh,
do you think I was gonna say, do you think we're gonna have a cheese?
Oh, no. It's on the side of defense, however.
I mean...
With dive tanks. I don't think we're seeing cheese on this one. As Jackson switches over to Tracer and dashes our hopes. Maybe someday. We might be seeing a pharmacy on the side of Power Naps on attack here, though.
Okay, I like this a lot better. Yes, they don't have defensive ults, but if you just need to ensure the fight is won, I think that having massive sustain is not a bad way to go. And with the Mercy pocketing the Pharah, the Ana can do the rest of the team, and yeah, I think that's far better than what they ran before.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
curious to see what value the Ashe is going to get as well, as those bobs can be absolutely crucial for overtime pushes. We have Lieutenant Doge peppering in some rockets onto the top of the gas station. All the members of Ghost Peppers are just hiding behind that sign, staying safe as Michael almost takes a direct. The card is firmly in controlled by Power Naps as they're pushing this around. Quig gets an early pick onto Ashe. Holy. Quig with his Hanzo making an impact yet again. Gasrol and Chaos are going to dive onto the high ground and try and take out some supports. But it looks like Gasrol is going to lose his mech as a result, and H2O is going to fall to ACB, so that was not a very successful dive. Chaos should be falling here despite all the healing coming out of the Mercurian. And with only 2 members up here for the side of Ghost Peppers, Power Nap should be able to push up quite a bit.
I mean, both dive tanks just went in, right? They used their cooldowns, they used their abilities to go in, and they lost so much health on the way in. They just, they couldn't do anything. They just basically were at 0, as they went in to engage. It was quite sad.
Absolutely. So we have a last second contest from Ghost Peppers here as Chaos takes position on the point. ACB is going to get a big charge onto him, however. But ACB is going to give his life for it as the healing and damage from Mercurian is there. Jackson's going to take out Lieutenant Doge as the anti-air tracer, but not before Lieutenant Doge takes out Mercurian. Jackson with a huge pulse bomb onto Meke, and we have Dragons out from Quig as Koyoza revives Lieutenant Doge but gives her life for it. Lieutenant Doge pops the barrage, ults flying on both sides as Pink Central takes out Gasrol. Here's the aforementioned Bob just contesting out Cart here. But Pink Central in ACB gets back in time to contest as well. A huge shatter of sorts, but Mercurian was still up and able to get the ante in the finishing shots. So that's going to be a first point hold on the side of Ghost Peppers.
Oh my goodness, that was intense. Ghost Peppers just pulled it out. They clutched it out, man.
Absolutely. The value from the barrage just simply wasn't there from Power Naps with the
I mean, it's not that. It's the Pharah died early. I think her barrage was literally at 99. And so, basically Koyazo had to find a good time to res her. She couldn't do immediately because she was healing and the fight was going on Cart. So she did, but she gave her life for it. And then when, it's just by the time she did get res, everybody else was more or less dead. And of course they're gonna have all the time in the world to focus you, right? When you're just a lone bar, just barraging in front of their face. It's I'm only 200 HP, guys, but I really want to kill y'all.
We do see the Bastion hinted out on the side of Ghost Peppers. Maybe some cheese.
You guys are teasing me. Come on.
I don't know. I mean, the rest of their comp supports it, right? So they have the Mercy as well as the Ana.
I like it. I like it. The Mercy damage boost, you know, like the pirate ship, and then Michael doing, you know, Michael Ash things, getting some sort of flank. Like, I think they could work. I definitely think it could work.
Absolutely. Like, I think Bob's just so valuable, for especially for that overtime. We do have the Reaper coming out from the side of Power Naps, with a sort of standard composition from them, as well as the Hanzo with Quig playing that. We do have the pirate ship set up on payload now. Jackson for any targets. Power Naps is up on top.
I like it.
You know, that gas roll goes up on the test, but a huge anti-nade comes out, and Michael's gonna be able to take out Lieutenant Doge and Meke. As a result, H2O does get the res off onto Jackson, bringing him back up, and gas roll's gonna take out ACB. So what looked like a promising fight engage there means that Ghost Peppers is gonna be able to retain
Stagger on Quig. I mean, you're diving, not diving, but literally you kind of did just like fall into an Ana grenade, right? Like, just like, what do you expect there? Without a Zarya? I mean, unless you go in with your D Matrix up, and even then, you don't have a lot of it. So the moment just waits down, like.
Absolutely. ACB throws out an Earth Shatter but gets antied immediately, and H2O is just going to res that back up, though it gives their life for it. As the Bob comes out, takes out 2, and you know the other turret, Jackson, is just going to take out the and with a third kill onto Lieutenant Doge, as well as the gas rolls kill on Quig, it's going to be another map win for Ghost Peppers.
Ghost Peppers are certainly keeping it hot and spicy with that. I'm so happy you guys let me down with the Bastion. It's not that I like cheese. It's more like I like.
You kind of like cheese.
No, I like the strategy. Like, if you only have to push the cart a certain point, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Quig, my man! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely. Quig on that Hanzo is just so scary.
Yes, our team has experienced it firsthand.
Alright, we're going to cut to halftime real quick, and we'll be back soon. So I'm really, you know, liking what we're seeing from both sides here.
Yeah,
I
that
think
last one was super, super close.
it really was,
So
and like it
I'm
was so
really, you
intense on
know,
both sides
liking what we're
of
seeing from both
the
sides
match
here.
there. You
Yeah,
had, you
that
know,
last one
the
was
sort of stalling out on
super, super.
second, with, you know, kind of the will they won't they be able to actually finish the map, and then, you know, the clutch third on both attacks.
Yeah, I think it was just it was hard fought by both teams. So I think that what is destroying Power Knobs, unfortunately, is and I don't want to say it's a lack of Azaria. I think that like the diva eating the nades is and can be huge, right?
Right.
But it's just basically the lack of an Ana on the other side.
Yeah, right. So generally by having like, you know, that Moira or the Mercy in addition, you're gonna have more, you know, healing available. But if you get if you get naded, then it doesn't really matter how much healing you have, potentially. And really Rokurian's been a beast on that
Oh,
map.
absolutely. Like when they're trying to stop the Bastion, which like 100%, yes, you need to stop that
Yep.
Bastion pirate ship in its tracks, right? Like the intention, I applaud, but the unfortunately the execution, like if your Ryan's going in, keep that D matrix up. And then like see if like I don't know, you just have to be super aware of that because he got melted just with the nade and then oh my gosh, poor ACB. I felt
I mean,
really, really bad.
this might be a result of the nerfs, right? Like, you know, if the you know, Ping Central isn't quite used to the new 2-second cooldown, right?
Which feels
Um,
awful, by the way, to
it
anybody
feels really
watching. It
clunky.
feels
Yes.
awful.
Yeah.
Basically, the best way to use defense matrix is to not use it because the moment that you put it down, the Zarya is going to be like, ha, I got you. Whole entire team.
Or the
Oh,
Ananades then.
no. Yes,
Yeah.
and the Ananades, you basically can't use it like as, I don't want to say like,
You can't use it proactively, right?
I was gonna say like
Anymore.
spam it, right? Like, but
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
really like you kind of pulse it, like, or at least I do. If I'm taking spam damage, if like just basically, oh, I see the Anand's gonna nade, I can spam it, and you don't have
yeah.
to wait that long. This 2-second nerf is
Feels oppressive.
absolute. It feels it's honestly crippling. Like, Daddy Jeff, what are you doing here? Like, I know you hate ghosts and everything, but like, come on, I don't think this was the way to go. All
Absolutely.
right,
I mean, I think
sorry,
that it
sorry. I
really,
love you, Daddy Jeff. You create a great game. We all love it. Yes, yes. Giving
but it
you
does, you
lots
know,
of
give
money.
another argument for having that Zarya instead of the Diva, because the Diva just isn't providing that consistent value that it used to. Um,
Yeah. There's a time and a place for it. I think there's a time and a place for it. I think that it had the potential to work, and I like the intent of power naps to, stop the pirate ship in its tracks before it could, like fully launch and just do a lot of damage. But unfortunately, yeah.
right. I mean, that's absolutely, you know, scary, and you have to like get them off of that point. But yeah, it's just a matter of execution. So next we're going to Horizon Lunar Colony here.
Everyone's favorite map.
It's definitely my favorite map after last night. I had so much fun on this.
Okay, guys, he's not joking. Like, just so you know, he literally is not joking. I had to apologize to my diva player because I'm like Foxer, who also, Foxer bombs are a thing. She's a marvelous diva player. I love her, and her win rate is like I think is like
100%.
100% on like all the maps that I put her in because she's a beast. Anyways, love you, Foxer. It's like yeah. Afterwards, we were just kind of like, Foxer, I'm sorry. I put you on this map. You probably hate me, but I love you because you're awesome, and I think you could do good work on this map, and she did. And
She
but
absolutely
yeah,
did.
yeah, memes, you just absolutely just for whatever reason love this map, and I don't even know why.
It's so pretty. But okay, so what comps do we think we can expect here? We have it looks like
Torb,
maybe
Sim.
yeah. So
No, I'm just
Powerhouse is going to be
kidding.
on the defense, and they're teasing us with sort of an anti-dive of sorts. But with the Ryan Zarya instead of any sort of a Orisa comp.
All right. I wonder if they listened to my halftime show. Ping Central, I did not mean to insult your diva. I love your diva, but I think like you probably felt it too, the diva nerfs,
Absolutely.
and you were like, how am I not eating this nades? My freaking stupid 2-second cooldown. So yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. A reliable way of cleansing your Ryan from being naded. Yeah, Quig on the Ash. I'm excited. Michael
excited to see this
Jackson,
as well.
do your thing.
Yep. On the opposite side, we're gonna have A bit of a goats comp. I'm at goats with Dynamic ZB is now into the lineup. They're gonna take this right side. Oh, they're going underneath.
It was a feint!
instead.
It was a feint!
Oh, that was brilliant! They were totally expecting them to come up the staircase. Instead, now Ghost Peppers has secured on the point. ACB is gonna come in to contest, but with that stun, he's gonna get taken out immediately. Quig is gonna find Rokurian. That's a big pick by Quig. And with this brawl happening here, Koyoza is gonna go down to Chaos's Fire Strike. Michael's gonna take out Rich Hobo, and this should be Ghost Peppers managing to take the first point here. I don't know how much more contests Power Naps is going to be able to do.
Alright, ACB, my man. I love you, but you gotta start being just, like, charging in head first. It is, I know you see the point, and you're angry about them capping it. Trust me, I am too, but you gotta let your team be in position a little bit. Just a little heads up.
Absolutely. Positionally, Ghost Peppers play that extremely well. And they're going to come in. Chaos takes down ACB immediately. This could snowball as Michael takes out Pink Central and pops at high noon immediately, taking out Quig. Chaos is going to take out Koyoza.
Please, Rich Hobo. Please,
a
please,
hero
please.
tire, but no, he goes for the Rokurian in the back rather than the people on the point. With 4 people set up on point now, and Rich Hobo's getting taken down. ACB is gonna, oh, that was a brilliant 1-2 punch from Jackson and Chaos to take out ACB. As Michael takes down Rich Hobo, we have the stall comp now coming out from the side of Power Naps as Pink Central gets taken down. Koyoza falls as well. This pesky Lucio and Tracer now just remaining as one final. There we go. The May is not there in time, and Ghost Pepper is going to take the second point handily.
I feel like I'm like dreaming or something, because the 6 minutes and 13 seconds? Are you kidding me?
That's insane.
Great job, you guys. I was
Absolutely.
about to utter some things which are not allowed on Twitch. I'm sorry. I just like am in awe of the time bank here. Like
But honestly, they
everything,
played it so well.
dude. The feint, like when you guys went in for the feint, that was beautiful, right? Like they turned, and when they turned in that moment, you guys just like launched yourselves onto point. And it didn't even matter if the Ana went down, because you know what? You have a Brig on point. She's just gonna like flail at things, and things are gonna get healed. Your team's gonna get healed, and other things are gonna probably die. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
And the
that
Junkrat
was
got zero value from them, right? If they had gone up the right
Rich
staircase,
Hobo, my
would have
man.
gotten, tons of value that way.
Yeah,
so the feint,
that tire. We got it. I think
was-
you and I need to have a talk about your tires, bro.
I think he got scared when he saw the laser beam coming out from the Zarya there.
Yeah. But like the people on point, if you soften them up, I think like your team, like I don't know, Quake could have gone in and
With the
finished
small
them, a
punch.
more Orm, or like I just think like even if it didn't get any sort of purchase, like no kills, I think just even softening them up would have made a really really big difference. Because the Ana, like you took out the Ana, but like she it's a people on point at that point that matters.
Absolutely. The way
Anyways.
that it works is that spawn times are going to increase by the number of attackers on the point, right? So by letting them stand there for longer, you're delaying respawns for your own team. So we do have the goats comp coming out from the side of Power Naps on the attack, with a bunker comp and anti-dive on the side of Ghost Peppers. So we'll see if Power Naps decides to do something similar. They're going to rotate left and take a lot of spam damage as they go through. A huge anti-nade hits basically everyone on the side of Power Naps.
Rokurian, your nades are beautiful.
Amazing. As the Diva is down there contesting, as Dynamic TV is playing that perfectly. Jackson's going to take out Koyoza, and Michael's going to take out Meke, and this should be a first point hold here, as Rich Hobo falls and ACB falls as well. Rokurian though. Whew.
Those nades were absolutely massive. I don't even know how she got it was at least 4. I saw 4 purples on my screen. Like, was the Rhine shield, was not everybody like behind it? Like, how did that even happen?
I think
it's
it was
like
perfectly timed so that like when ACB was doing the shield popping thing, that it like went right past. Pink Central didn't have the defense matrix up in time. So they're going to swap onto full dive here now, as Quig swaps over to the Widowmaker. ACB's going to hop in and try and force them off, but just a soft dive there. Rich Hobo gets taken out by Jackson. That's unfortunate. A tire comes out and takes out Koyoza, as well as Pink Central's mech, and ACB is going to fall to Dynamic TV, and this should be again another hold for Ghost Peppers. I'm liking this Junkrat play from Jackson.
I am too.
You must like me.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of like how power naps can possibly counter this. Maybe their best bet is just to not even go up there into this sort of like mini death room they have set up, right?
Yeah,
like,
I don't want them to dive high ground.
no, like just dive onto point, force them on there.
Like
I think that might be the way to
they've
go.
chosen to like dive into an anti-dive comp, and it's just not going to work out for them all that well as long as Ghost Pepper is playing well, and they clearly are at the moment. And we have bongos now here on the side of Ghost Peppers as well as Mana Boost. So we're going to get the dive onto point, which I think is a smarter plan, as it forces Ghost Peppers to reposition. The bongos are going to come up with Chaos on high ground. Jackson's going to take out Rich Hobo yet again on that Junkrat. Michael's going to take out his counterpart in Twig, winning that Widow duel. Chaos is going to take out ACB, and this should be just another clean hold from Ghost Pepper.
I mean, look at this beautiful hold. Like, they basically had 3 people on top just spamming on points, having their way with the points. And they had Dynamic Bees just kind of contest it for them.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Dynamic ZB's Diva play here. They're doing exactly what they need to be doing to keep that point contested, make sure no ticks go over, and also staying safe and not getting picked.
Alright, well, on the side of the power naps, they are coming up on the Empress site. They're coming up on one of Pink Central awesome bombs. You do have the sound barrier here. Oh no, ACB, don't go here, don't go here. Dive on the Widow, she's on the left side.
Oh, indeed, and there's a sort of failed dive from ACB. He gets antied and moved away, and is now kind of in translate. Pops the Primal to going after Michael, as well as the rest of the members there. Rich Hobo finds another trap and gets taken out by Jackson. Pink Central with a huge bomb! Followed up by Quig, despite the opening in the need. Chaos does take down ACB, but with the sound barrier coming up from Meke as well as the Valk, and Dynamic CB not finding any value with that bomb from Diva, means that...
She also got Nano, Baby Diva got Nano, I'd like to point that out there.
Yeah, absolutely, so a little waste of 2 ults there. Altogether, Rokurian's gonna be contesting point along with Dynamic ZB. Rokurian is gonna fall. This should be a cleanup here, finally, for Power Naps once Dynamic ZB falls. Oh, we have a recontest coming in here when Nursey pops the sound barrier, as well as the Rich Hobo does take down the tire, so there's not gonna be a hero tire coming in. And with Dynamic ZB and Nursey should fall here shortly, and finally, Power Naps is going to take point A.
Oh man, Pink Central, your bombs, bruh, your bombs. They're beautiful.
Huge.
Your
Pink
team
Central
needed something to happen, and your team, like you delivered.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this second point. Oh, and Dynamic ZB swaps over to the Hog, hooks in ACB early on, but with Pink Central back in their mech, they can finally make an attack of this. Rich Hobo gets taken down super low, probably from a Widow shot. He's going to heal up in the back. A huge hook from Dynamic ZB brings in Pink Central and D-Mex, the Diva. And with that, Quig takes out the Widow on the defense side, but these hooks have been on point as ACB gets dragged in, but that might have been the wrong choice as Rokurian falls in return. ACB popped with his Primal Rage is knocking anyone around. Quig takes out Chaos, a bomb coming out from Pink Central, doesn't find anyone this time around, but with Jackson falling, it's just Nursey on the Lucio to contest the point as remaining members have fallen.
Please take care of this, Lucio. Please, someone, please.
Hero stall from Nursey. What is this? Quig finally takes out Nursey, but Chaos is back on the point. We have Ball coming out here from Dynamic ZB, flexing over to yet another hero as he stalls out the point a little bit longer. With the Tracer providing some sort of distraction on high ground. I don't know why they're contesting all that as much as they are. Nursey managed to make it back in time and is probably going to live for another 5 minutes just on her own. A Tac Visor pop from Rich Hobo might find some value, but both sound barriers are popped out here. Meke is going to take out Nursey as well. Koyoza is going to revive Quig, and with the Chaos swaps over to the Winston to get back in time, but gets quickly taken out by ACB. With the Moira fading onto or Rokurian fighting onto the Moira now, ACB is going to be knocking all sorts of members around as he takes out Jackson. Rokurian takes out Koyoza, or Kayaza, and Michael takes out Quig, so the defense might actually be stabilizing here now as Nursey takes out Rich Hobo. Quite the stall, but they only given up 2 ticks, and so this should be finally a defense on the side of Ghost Peppers.
Wow, what a stall.
It was like 2 minutes of fighting right there.
It really, really was. Quig had some really good snipes there. The Tracer went up there to try to contest Quig, and Quig just took them out. But yeah, man, it's a lot of HP to burn through, like with Dynamic B going like the Hammond, like, and then the Doomfist. Doomfist kind of like got demolished when he went in, but yeah.
Absolutely. So we have ACB back onto the Reinhardt pick. Then ACB is going to drop the mines here. Michael takes an early pick onto Rich Hobo, and with the wall off on ACB, he decides to charge even further. It gets frozen, but it's going to be sustained through all this by the Valk from Koyoza. And with the pop coalescence from Mercurian, Chaos is going to be able to clean up both the Mercy and the Reinhardt, and Dynamic TV is going to take out the Lucio, and that should be another hold for Ghost Peppers.
Yeah, they use the coalescence there. Oh, Mercurian is switching to his trusty Ana for those fat nades.
Absolutely.
They are coming up. Well, they do have the Primal from Chaos. They're rather close to another sound barrier. Let's see if Michael can make something happen with the Pulse Bomb, and if not, I feel like they're probably... Oh, Jackson's going to be coming up on that.
A huge wall from Jackson. Shields off ACB. He's antied as well, courtesy of Mercurian, common. He charges the Primal Monkey in Chaos all the way back. Rich Hobo does take out Dynamic ZB. Nothing was found on Simcoe's bomb, however. Rich Hobo is antied on the point and should be falling. He does pop the Wraith form. And ACB is going to take out Chaos. Ping Central eats the Blizzard. That is a huge eat by Ping Central. Koyoza is going to take out Nursey. Dynamic ZB is going to fall to Rich Hobo yet again on that Reaper. ACB is going to clean up the May. And this should actually be a take by Power Naps. Ping Central, the hero.
Yes. That
Blizzard was huge.
Oh my goodness, that Blizzard eat was absolutely massive. But
now Power Naps has to defend point A for
That's a daunting 6 minutes, 13 seconds, guys. But if anyone can do it, it's you guys. I believe. I 100% believe. All right, let's see what are you gonna pull out to get that 6 minute stall going on.
Yeah, are we gonna start to see some cheese?
On defense, I really think on attack, cheese, okay, fine, right? Like you can always go back and switch. But on defense, if cheese does not work out, you are kind of
Yeah, and Ghost Peppers looks to be doing the goats thing, sticking with their tried and true.
Think they're gonna run him a goats with Michael Jackson.
Probably, because so
it
looks like Michael's gonna go over to the Diva there. So we do have a little bit of an interesting call coming out from Power Naps, right? With the Reaper May.
Okay, why Reaper? Like this, I love like the long sight lines of Lunar Horizon Colony, right? Like, are you forcing them on point? All right, if you're doing the Reaper thing, you better be forcing them on point, or else how are you gonna get any value? Like,
so Michael does swap over to the McCree here.
Okay.
And so the McCree v Reaper matchup, I think, is going to be very interesting to see if Rich Hobo can still get value even with that flashbang. Michael gets taken down very low. Looks like they're going to do the feint thing, and now that they see that they're not positioned in that room. Oh, the Maywall does come out and splits off Dynamic ZB and Chaos from the rest of the team.
Good.
So I think, that was executed perfectly by
All right, guys, chase, get Michael, If he dies, okay, good. I was going to say, I'm sorry, not if he dies. If he lives, I'm going to be so ashamed.
So I think that's really the strength of this comp, right? Is wall off and delete, right? So by going up that right stairs, Ghost Peppers kind of played into Power Nap's hands. Hopefully they'll learn from this next push and go something a bit more movement where the Maywalls won't find so much value.
I mean, if they force them onto point, which is what I really hope that like they're going to do, because that's the strength of the Maywall, right? You want to force them through a choke and wall people off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, Michael's switching to the Pharah.
Interesting.
I mean, it's smart. They don't really have an answer for it, right?
Absolutely. We have Nursey swapping over to Mercy, and Jackson switching over to Widow.
No,
so a
Pink
wholly
Central.
different combo.
All right, ACB dropped down because he is a hero.
Yep, ACB, and with the power naps moving to point here, ACB misses the charge. Chaos might be able to follow up here, and we have Michael on high ground here, just peppering in shots. Koyas is going to pop the Coalescence to begin this fight. And with a nano onto Chaos, he's going to charge in and try to find some value. ACB gets a huge slam, followed up by a Blizzard, but Barrage on the other side, and Chaos is just going to clean up house, and that should be... Meke is not going to be the hero Lucio that stalls for 5 minutes.
I mean, you needed someone to be on the high ground, right? Because the Widow was sitting far back. Okay, you don't worry about her so much just yet, unless you have your own Widow. But the Pharah with the Mercy was just basically uncontested, spamming shots on top of the point. They couldn't do anything about it. Look at this.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey,
I think it was a really smart swap from Ghost
Yeah.
there. Just all around, they played this map very well. From the rotations to just the strengths and weaknesses of their comps are. Really impressive stuff.
The switch was excellent. It was really like 900 IQ switch. And all they did was they want to be forced back on the point. Okay, we're gonna make the point work for us, and they basically picked heroes that enabled them to do that. With Michael and Nursey just raining so much damage upon them from above, and they didn't have a ready answer for that because they were focused on the point.
Absolutely. And yeah, again with that Pharah and Widow, they're going to be playing the long sight lines that really Horizon has there, where yeah the Mei and Reaper aren't going to get that much value. Looks like we have Quig coming back in for power naps, so I'm excited for more just Quig things.
Just quick things. Let's make that an official hashtag. All right, so official hashtags of today's match are what? Are hashtag Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Hashtag just quick things.
Dancing Lucios.
Dancing Lucios on point that take forever to get killed. Rocurion's fat nades. Ping Central's fat bombs. Like each side, they have just had amazing like standout performances. I think. I mean, it is a team game, right? So like, I think everyone enables each other to pop off. But just those are the things that we're kind of memeing about right now. So we're just waiting on both teams to sort of like set up and swap out players for our next map. And it is going to be Blizzard World. What do you think is going to happen on Blizzard World?
I'm kind of hoping for more Pharahs, especially on the first point. Like, I think Pharah is really good. And especially if they can play sidelines.
Attack or defense?
For defense. I think is a little bit better. I just want to see more Pharah play because Michael on that Pharah was really, it was Michael on the Pharah, and you did have some Pharah play earlier on the side of power naps, and other than that, like I think we might see some dive action, but I think both of these teams really favor the Ryan Zarya sort of style.
That is a good point. I don't think I've seen dive except for power nap side. Like it's basically been like Ryan. Which I mean, there is nothing wrong with that either.
Absolutely. I mean, Chaos is a beast on that Ryan. ACP.
Yes. Wow. They're just both like Ryan. It ends up being like it's a mental game, right? It's like, I know you have Shatter. Yes, I know I have Shatter. I know you have Shatter too. And it's just like a matter of whose shield's going to break, whose team is pressuring shield more. If you have a Zarya, if you don't have a Zarya, and it's like, oh, am I gonna fire strike here or am I gonna shatter you? It just ends up being like this ridiculous mind game. And it's just always interesting to see like who will win out. But unfortunately, what boils down to is if your team is pressuring the enemy Ryan shield, because if they are, then free shatter for your team. If they aren't, free shatter for their team.
And like honestly, I think a lot of the strength of Chaos winning these Reinhardt matchups is Rocurion on that Ana. I mean, like those nano boosts, the nades, they've all been super clutch. And I think Rocurion's making a huge difference.
100%. Behind every winning team fight is, like the foundation of a good support, right?
The carry Anna.
I am not partial, guys. I mean, not partial at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally impartial. So we're gonna have it looks like Power Naps on the attack first in the red, and Ghost Peppers will be defending first. So I'm curious to see. It looks like Koyoza is going for the Zenyatta out of the gate, which seems kind of interesting on attack, since usually you want some sort of speed boost unless they're going for some sort of dive. Maybe. Nope, swapping over to the Mercy. Okay, they're just gonna go, you know, complete troll comp on the attack. So
Oh my god, didn't they run this like one time? Oh yeah, it was with baked chicken. Remember? It was,
it in strings?
yeah, it was. So
When we casted
VMT
them?
was trying to like get their team together, right? They were trialing players, and they were like, "Hey, Power Naps, you think we could scrim you? Just while we're trialing these people." And so we casted. This was like when I was just. I'm still a noob caster. Sorry for this, by the way. I'm very very scuffed. Yeah, and we 100% casted that, and they did like a whole like let's just enable baked chicken on Ryan, like all the support.
So good. I think that
It
was,
was
on
so
Memre,
fun.
right?
It was, I don't remember. It was really no. It was on Oasis.
Okay, yeah. So we have the bunker comp coming out.
Yes, Tor. Yes.
Absolutely. So we're gonna have the Torbrissa set up on left high ground here with literally everyone. And with ACB on Reinhardt coming in from the bottom, they're just gonna rotate on the point. This is a
Smart. I like this, guys. I really like this.
Rokirian's nade only finds some Doge in the back. ACB gets the bubble.
Guys,
Chaos is
Rose
gonna
sleeping
fall.
on point.
Oh my god, this is Dynamic ZB does take down ACB, but without the main tanks for either side, Rich Hobo is going to get taken out by Nursey. Rokirian falls to Lieutenant Doge. Jackson's turret takes out Meke, the poor Lucio trying to wall right away. Pink Central is going to fall as well. This should be a stabilization for Ghost Peppers. Interesting.
Oh man, I thought they were gonna be able to. Yeah. Okay, so totally not picking on you, Meek? Crap.
Meke?
Okay, you got this. Okay, yes, Meke. So like I saw the Lucio, like I think he saw something out of the corner of his eye. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna go 1v1 this guy, and then lands in a face full of a Torb turret and 3 of his teammates, and
No.
I could just hear him like, oh crap, guys, I'm in trouble.
Yep. And so we have Power Naps now taking that same high ground that Ghost Peppers had before. ACD's going to drop down and swing into Chaos. He gets hooked, however, but Dynamic ZB is going to immediately pop that all ults on the side of Ghost Peppers. We have huge bomb again from Pink Central, takes down Dynamic ZB and Chaos. Jackson does take out Richobo with the molten floor, and Lieutenant Doge is going to take out Nursey, and this should be a first point take now for Power Naps.
Wait, did you just call it molten floor?
I did.
I didn't know if that was like you missaid that, but I like
said
it.
on purpose, but you know, the floor is lava.
It is lava. That I like that. I like that a lot.
We have ACB dueling Tombers down on the low ground, while Pink Central duels Chaos on the high ground. Not a lot going on between those two. And now we have the Reinhardts, but with ACB being discorded and taken pretty low, he should be backing out here. He does have that Earth Shatter that I think he wants to use. Chaos has just built his as well, so we're going to have some more Rhine games pop up. ACB continues. Oh, huge slam by Chaos. The follow-up slam by ACB is not there, and Jackson's going to take him out. Nursey does pop that Transcendence in response to that, however, as well as the Coalescence from Koyaza. And they're just going to gesture around this point as I think Power Naps really has to back out here and regroup and wait for their main tank. Chaos does go very deep into the enemy lines, but he manages to get back in safety. Jackson, the aggressive core, doesn't get punished. The core comes out from him as well as a huge slam from Chaos. That was, oh my lord.
Oh, that was insult to injury. It's like,
That
not
was-
only am I gonna splooge on you, I'm gonna shatter you too.
Yep. And we're gonna have a stagger come out here onto Pink Central. No, not as big of a stagger as it could have been. So no bullying on this stream. That was quite the fight.
They did use both support alt that fight, but they practically have it again. I imagine they'll definitely get in the next fight. Rich Hobo wisely did not use Rally, which I think showed good restraint on his part. Using it now is smart. I like it.
Oh, a huge bomb from Pink Central takes out 3, including the turret. Michael's gonna pop that Dragon Blade into the grab from Dynamic ZB. not finding any value here. He's just going to Rich Hobo. Chaos with another huge slam, but followed up by the sound barrier from Meke means that he's not going to get any value and get taken down as a result. Pink Central is just going to clean up this fight, and Powernaps is going to get some progress.
You can't let the Zarya live, guys. You can't. Please, please push cart and just yes. Okay, thank God. Oh, I was getting worried there. All right, Zarya, you need to be up with your Ryan. You and him are like in an exclusive relationship, full-on commitment, possibly marriage. Like
Lieutenant Doge likes his high ground against the Pharah.
No, Doge, you and HCB are married. Do you understand? You're married. Please.
And it might look like they do get the last second test here coming up from Chaos. Lieutenant Doge is going to take out the turret with the Graviton gets popped as well as the Transcendence from Nursey. Not entirely needed as...
Ping almost has a bomb, Ping almost has a bomb, Ping almost... Yes!
Lieutenant Doge is going to take out Michael with that in-air Zarya. Koyaz is going to follow up on Dynamic ZD and they should be able to get this point and move into third.
Doge, where have you been hiding your Zarya? Like, okay, no Zarya for 3 games, right? And then on the 4th one, you're like, surprise Zarya! My Zarya's actually kind of OP. Where have you been hiding it, my man? Dude, your Zarya's pretty beastly.
Yeah, he was popping. I mean, I think he was focused on that Pharah quite a bit. He's changed his skin.
Yeah, I know, right?
We have a Rich Hobo popping the rally. ACB gets taken very low, but excellent support there. Pink Central is going to throw another bomb. Doesn't find anything this time. Michael is going to pop that barrage, try and take out the Diva mech. But there's still going to be quite the cart progress here coming out from Powernaps as they push on through third. Meke is going to take aggressive positioning. Nursey might be caught out here, but does get the bubble. And takes out Meke in the process.
Yeah.
Going after my own heart. As ACB is going to be...
Watch out for the grab, guys. Watch out
a
for
huge
the
pin
grab.
from Chaos, but doesn't manage to get to the pin. And with ACB falling due to a Recurian and that nano boost onto Chaos, Ghost Peppers should be able to stabilize and get some stagger kills here as they chase. Recurian and the Ana carry.
For Shizzle. Well, they do have 2 support alts here, so I think they can definitely make something happen. But this grab barrage, or grab Riptire, or grab barrage Riptire, who knows what's gonna happen? Oh,
Jackson's
I
gonna
like
pop
it.
that Riptire early
I
the back line. It takes out 3. That should end this fight right now. Chaos is gonna take
Yep. Koyaza just says, nope, and GTFO, guys. Sorry.
That was an excellent fight from Ghost Pepper. It's just using that one ult.
Yes, and this is what I was expecting on the last time. Remember, in like all the way in Nepal in the first map, this is what I was expecting from Rich Hobo. Like I was like, oh, he's gonna use it early. He's just gonna stop the fight dead in his tracks, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. I was very, very sad.
Absolutely. So
but it's okay.
Moving up all
look
the
at this
flank. They're going all the way around. It looks like they've been scouted, and Chaos is going to be rotating as Jackson fires those mines in. An early coalescence from Koyaza.
I like it, but watch out for the
anti-nade. Oh my lord. The Pharah is behind. Both grabs are out, as well as Nursey's Transcendence. Meke pops the sound barrier just in time as Michael drops the barrage and dies for his trouble. Recurian's very low and gets taken out by Lieutenant Doge. Dynamic CB does get a return kill into Rich Hobo, but dies.
Someone needs to be on cart, guys.
A slam from ACB comes out and catches Jackson. He misses his charge onto Chaos, but it doesn't matter because Chaos isn't able to get onto the point. That was quite an impressive final attack there from Powernaps.
So I saw the whole team rotating except for the Lucio, and I was like, you know, like flanking around behind, and I'm like, shouldn't your Lucio be with you guys? What? And then he like regrouped, and I'm like, okay, all right, yes, get your ass back in there. You need the speed boost in order to make this engage happen. And like the Pharah was just sort of dancing behind them, right? Like you know when the perfect time to use barrage would have been? When they were all naded.
Yes, absolutely. And instead, like the barrage got popped right after the Lucio used the sound barrier.
Yeah, like it gave them enough time to get the sound barrier up for the Lucio to actually literally drop the beat, because there is that cast time. He needs to like get on the floor in order for that to happen, and it just was like negated. And Rich Hobo, the brig of all people, got the Pharah, the final killing blow on the Pharah. Yep, the anti-air brig, man. So Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But you know what? Like, I like the ingenuity. I like that Power Naps is making things happen and like, trying to give Ghost Peppers a run for their money. I also
Absolutely.
like the Torb on the side of Ghost Peppers. I like it. I like it. I like it. Ingenuity is always, I mean, you never know unless you try, right? So I like the sort of unexpected, and the interactions between all the heroes and the synergy, what works, what doesn't work. I'm always a fan of it. Anyways, let us see what is going to happen on this attack defense first point.
So we have a bit of an anti-dive coming up from Power Naps here with the Junkrat Ash. And with ACB on this Reinhardt instead of a Orisa. Chaos is, looks like they're just going to be running the standard goats here, the Ana goats, as they're going to push up through main.
Doing the same thing. Yeah, that the other
but the
team.
Ana's super split behind the rest of the team. Like she could take that.
Dude, guys, turn around. Turn around. You can second her off super fast.
Instead, Mercurian gets a nice anti-hit onto ACB, and so he's taken out as well as Chaos. So both main tanks for both teams are dead. As Power Naps continues to move on to, as Ghost Peppers continue to move on to this point. Nurse is going to take out Pink Central's mech, but can get taken out by the dynamite from Lieutenant Doge. Jackson falling as well means that there's a lot less sustain overall, and really Ghost Peppers should be looking to get out of here. But Chaos actually is here now. They should really speed on this and
they really need to do that. Yep. Chaos, you're so low. Oh, and Chaos goes down. All right, retreat, guys, retreat. You got this. You got the ults.
Okay.
But look at that. Both DPS have their ults already. Doge doing absolutely awesome work. Hobo doing awesome work on that. I thought of a interesting. Yes, it's gonna happen. Okay, what do you think of Junk Rash?
Junk Rash for the DPS duo.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah. Not stretching, I don't think. All right, sorry.
So Ghost Peppers is going to move up for 3. Rinkobo pops that tire a little bit too late, I think, as it comes in, but it does take out 3. That's huge. Bob gets popped as well as Coalescence, though. However.
Wait, what? Why did you? Wait, what? Why?
And Chaos is going to reset, and that's going to be a 1 fight, but not great in terms of ult economy power.
Yeah, what? Okay. I'm just puzzled why they use so many ults there. Like, I don't think you can get Coalescence pretty fast. I'm not really worried about that ult, but like, I don't think you needed the Bob.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's another one of those ults that came.
Hey, good pick.
That's a nice pick. Okay, that should help them in terms of ult economy and give them sort of a fighting chance here. They're not going to be able to follow up on too many kills here since Ghost Peppers is just going to wait for their Ana to come back. But the Ashe could generate the Bob fairly quickly. Given some nice dynamite placements. So we have an early rally coming out from Jackson. They're going to speed through this main again. A long Earth Shatter and a huge bomb from Pink Central falling.
Yes.
Takes out 3. Holy! Pink Central with these bombs has been clutch. And Chaos should be falling through shortly. Another successful hold from Power Naps. So
that was beautiful as well.
Yeah. That was much
but
better.
Imagine if they had the Bob for the next fight, right? They could do Bob sound barrier, right? Like
they might be able to get Tire though.
I'm hoping. So maybe they'll do Tire and they won't need to use another one. All right, so Michael Jackson's switching it up to the Pharah Tracer.
Interesting. Okay, so the Tracer's gonna move into point to pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
Move over. You have a slow rotation up main because they no longer have the Lucio to speed them. ACD's going to do a risky charge into the backline. He should fall for this.
No, but Rich Hobo got picked off with ults.
Oh no, that does not feel good. Chaos with a huge slam means that both ACD and Mecha are going to fall. Koyaza comes in for a last-second contest, and it looks like Ghost Peppers will take first point A.
It was so close, guys. It was so close.
It was, and it seemed like they had the tools there. It's just one of those things that so close yet so far.
Wow, they're really hoping for a huge stagger on. Yeah.
Lieutenant Doge goes down. It's gonna make it hard for the pharmacy.
ACB, you don't have support, my man. You don't have support. All right, good. You got yourself out. They're pressuring pretty hard there.
Very low. courtesy of Jackson dodging those bombs as Jackson dodges around Rich Hobo. Uses the pulse bomb, but Lieutenant Doge takes him out.
I like it.
That's a good pick right there. They have managed to get quite a bit of cart progress here, however. And now you have both Reinhardts swinging at each other on point. Chaos is going to get the nano boost from Mercurian, but gets shattered by ACB. That's a huge shatter there. A bomb comes out from Pink Central, taking out the Pharah, and a tire gets popped by Rich Hobo, as well as the Coalescence. Again, this triple ult combo. But this looks like a big bomb from Dynamic ZV as it takes out Koyaza and ACB, courtesy of the first shatter from Chaos. And with the Diva falling, they're going to get quite a bit of progress on this part.
I guess I'm just really puzzled by the just a lot of alt usage, right? At the same time. So, yeah, they're not gonna. They do have a sound barrier here. I think. Oh my
Early barrage from Michael takes out Lieutenant Doge. Rich Hobo does manage to take him out in return, and Chaos charges deep into spawn to try and get ACB. He does kill Rich Hobo in the process and does a Earth Shatter to take out ACB, as well as Jackson helping out with that. There's an anti on the point on both supports as Meke should be falling here. Chaos does take out King Central. A Bob comes out onto point, takes out Jackson before getting charged into 2 by Chaos. But with Dynamic DD and Nursey here on the point, they should be able to still maintain presence. Michael's going to take out Rich Hobo, Dynamic DD taking out ACB, and this is going to be clean up, and they do get rank 2.
Yeah, I don't think they ever regrouped at 6 because they just took there was a barrage in the face and yeah, they never were able
Chaos
to
in their
regroup.
spawn, the aggression from Ghost Pepper is just on point.
I am surprised, I think it was contested for at least 15 seconds. Like the Bob, I know Koyaza was dancing on that point for quite a while.
Yeah. Bomb comes out from Pink Central, that's going to get Recurian in the back. ACB does take out Chaos as well. With a Pulse Bomb on Pink Central, you can take them the Neklo. Meke is going to take out the Mech on the opposing side, however. And Michael is not going to be able to get out. So it looks like PowerNap's is going to be able to stabilize on this third point.
And Lieutenant Doge gets the Mercy. I was like, please, 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 don't let her live. Don't let her live. I mean, yes, as a support player, of course you want to live, but yes.
Surprised you weren't.
That was good.
The Mercy killing the Zarya
Dude,
instead.
Lieutenant Doge on.
Rich Hobo! Oh no! Gets booed by Mike. And they're gonna push up on this with Chaos swinging freely. A huge slam comes out from ACB, punishing them for their aggression.
Nice slam there. But the charge, my man, the charge.
The charge misses. And Nursey gets off a hero res in the middle of the team. Chaos comes around with another slam. Michael's gonna pop that barrage, clean up Lieutenant Doge. And this Coalescence out from Koyaza is gonna try and take care of someone, but it looks like she's just gonna stall on point as long as she can. As Michael
You know what? I like that from her. That she always tries to contest by dying on point. I like that.
Absolutely.
But okay, ACB, if you're watching, if you ever do watch this, don't charge afterwards, my man. Like it opened up the other enemy team to shatter you.
I mean that hero res by Nurse, right?
It was. I have done that before.
The nano boost here, but you're gonna have the sound barrier come out from Power Naps, and the belt from Nursey as well. Pink Central's gonna throw a bomb over the top, doesn't catch anyone, but Rich Hobo's gonna pop his attack visor to take out Jackson, as well as Dynamic ZB. The Zarya ult is gonna come out as well as the Earth Shatter to clean up this fight, and since it is overtime,
yes,
gonna get taken down. The barrage doesn't find anyone, and Power Naps is gonna hold on and get that 3-1.
Guys, I'm so proud of you.
Absolutely, they did work on this map. But this tire was I'm assuming it's the tire. Yes.
Yeah, it's the tire. It's a beautiful 3K.
I mean, just in general, like the ult economy difference
Bam!
between Ghost Peppers and Power Naps, right? Like if that had been Ghost Pepper, or if that had been Power Naps, like 3 ults would have been popped, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So like,
Michael,
I think
you did good work on the Pharah, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. But I think that the discipline with ult usage was kind of the big deciding factor for me at least in this matchup for why Ghost Peppers did so well.
It's still early stages yet, right? Like every team has just like a lot to learn, and I think it's just really, really well played by both teams.
Absolutely. Um, I'm always looking forward to seeing what PowerNaps comes up with next. Like they've had some really cool strategies and some cool coaching. Ghost Peppers as well had some really nice plays. All around, this is like such a fun match.
It really, really was. I really like the addition of Koyaza to the roster, enabling, having a Mercy pick is not a bad thing. It enables certain sort of team comps. Sorry, I gotta say, like, I love you, ACB, but like, I miss my big chicken. Where is he? Big chicken, where are you, man?
Maybe we'll see some flank shadows from Big Chicken next time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But well played, Ghost Peppers. Congratulations on the win. It was well fought and very much deserved. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my Scuff casting and Meme's awesome, superb, superior casting.
Just like invert those names and it'll be accurate.
No, 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 no. Very, very stuffed.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching, and good night.